Police are not responsible for your safety. You are. Allow me to explain. See, I have over a decade of experience talking here, and only a handful of times in all the calls for service that I've ever gotten was I there right around the corner whenever it happened. Typically, it takes several minutes for a response from any kind of emergency responder. How it typically works is you call 911. The call taker will then take all the information that you provide them, and hopefully will get it to the dispatcher in under a minute. Once it reaches the dispatcher, it's either going to get sent out immediately or it's going to get held for units to clear up. It really just depends on the severity of the crime. Depending on where you're located, a good response time is anywhere between 2 and 10 minutes. And that's after the call has been dispatched. This is why I say that your safety is your responsibility. So you need to know critical life-saving skills such as CPR, the Heimlich maneuver, back thrusts, knowing when and how to apply a tourniquet, and when to pack wounds and whatnot. You also need to be ready to defend yourself by any means necessary. I usually recommend that somebody at least carry pepper gel with them, but do something. So anyway, here's a quick overview on one of these things. If you could let me know in the comments which one you'd like to see next, let me know. Very much appreciated. QuikClot packing gauze. I have some in my Amazon store if you want to pick some up. Here's how it works. This stuff is designed for packing junctions. Now if you don't know what a junction is, it's essentially just a spot where you can't get a tourniquet because it's just too high up. An example of this would be up here in the shoulder area, or maybe down in the pelvic region. But it does have other uses. For example, if you or somebody that you care about is a bleeder or is on blood thinners and they bleed like a stuck pig, like my mother, then this stuff is really good to have. It's embedded with QuikClot, so it helps stop the bleeding faster, but without the worry of getting it in your eyes. Some of them come with a little blue strip. Those are great, they show up on x-rays. Most of them typically have a 5-year shelf life. That's just an FDA regulation. They don't actually expire. Should you ever have to use it for packing, tear it open, throw some gloves on. It's going to come out looking like this. From here, pop it in your shirt, and then just start packing. One finger at a time until you run out or until you can't pack anymore.
You can't pull over any farther!
If you get to the point where you can't pack anymore, take the rest of it, ball it up, press down. Then you can either wrap it up in an ace bandage, an Oli-Ace bandage, or, if nothing else, fuck it, wrap it up in some duct tape. Points to consider. If you have a patient that is awake, they are not going to be happy that you're putting fingers in their holes. They're very likely going to be fighting you. Try to have somebody there to hold somebody still, or try to give them some encouragement to not fight you. It's not their fault, they don't realize what's happening. If you thought this video was useful, you know what to do.